Hey guys, Victoria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you the final 2023 review video, which is going to be my in and out balance and the best and worst purchases of 2023. So if you're interested in tagging along in this video, then grab a cup of coffee and join me. I also have some tea here and we will go through some details about my in and out balance. 2023 was the year when I was following very closely everything that I was bringing into my life, that I bought or received, and everything that I got rid of, decluttered, or when it comes to cosmetic products or skincare, hygiene products, whatever I finished in 2023. Every month I included this information in my in and out balance of my monthly reset videos, and now I have some statistics for you. I have a summary of everything that I got rid of and everything that moved in with me. What I can already tell you is that there were more things that came into my life than the number of things that left my life that I either decluttered or finished. But luckily my apartment doesn't feel cluttered from the fact. This year was a year when I was still trying to figure out my skincare and hygiene routine, trying to figure out which products work with me, which products I like, and what do I prefer to use. But I think I finally came to a point where I now have a routine and I know what products I like. And basically in every category or almost every category, I will from now on just repurchase whatever I have been using. And I am hoping that I will not have to go on and find and try new products, because honestly, it just takes up headspace, it takes time, it takes effort, and then you might buy something and then it doesn't work or you don't like it, and then it's also a waste of money. So luckily I am at a point of time where I don't need to do this kind of research and trial and error that much anymore, maybe in a few categories, or if a product that I use gets discontinued, which hopefully nothing will get discontinued anytime soon. So first things first, let's talk about the in and out balance of December. So to be completely honest with you, in December I kind of let go of my list of in and out balance, and I kind of didn't follow very closely what was coming into my life and what was leaving. Of course, it was also Christmas time, so I got a lot of presents. I also decluttered my kitchen, I decluttered my clothes, I reorganized my bookshelf, I also decluttered a few books, and then I didn't really write down everything very detailed of what I decluttered and what I received. But then in January, beginning of January, I sat down and I tried to put together a list. And this is what I came up with. I think this is not fully complete, but it includes most of the things. And as you can see, I had 20 items that were coming into my life. I received from a friend a very nice and generous Christmas present or advent present, which was an advent calendar, which included 17 books and some other items like teas and bath bombs and stuff like that. I received 5 pairs of socks, all of them were Christmas presents. I bought some wine glasses for myself, and then I got some for Christmas as well, some glasses. I had to replace some hygiene items like body wash and body lotion. I also received a mug. I got a new board game. I got a new pot. I got some kitchen utensils, most of which were Christmas presents: a ladle, knives, spatula, spoon. Very practical things. I got new bike lights. I also got some sheet masks in that advent calendar. I bought myself a new MacBook, well, a new computer, which is a MacBook. So yeah, it is more or less approximately 20 things, but this includes like 5 pairs of socks and 17 books. So overall it's like around 50 items that moved in, maybe a bit less now, probably around 50. And then on the outside, these are the things that I finished or I decluttered in 2023 December. I finished a moisturizer and a serum. I also finished a vitamin C serum, so those are like the skincare products that I decluttered or finished this month. I decluttered 6 books from my bookshelf. Those were books that I already read and I am not intending to reread. I decluttered some clothes like shorts and summer dress, a blazer. Then I also decluttered from my kitchen some glass jars. And I also, decluttered all my documents and papers. So I included that as like one in this list, but of course it was a lot of different things, a lot of different papers that I decluttered. And then I actually have a few things here like bike lights and knives and ladle that I still actually have to get out and declutter. I already put them on the list, but let's do it together. Let's go to my kitchen and declutter a few things because, as you can see, I got a lot of new things for my kitchen. Spatula, spoon, wooden kitchen utensils that are now replacing old ones that I used to use. So let's get those things out of my way now together. So this is a new spatula that I received, so that one is staying. And then I wanted to actually replace this one, so this is the old one, this is leaving. Where are the other things that I wanted to declutter? There's supposed to be a plastic ladle as well, which is not here. I clearly must have used it. So now I cannot declutter it. There are also a few other things. Well, here there is a knife that I would like to declutter, which is this very old and broken knife. As you can see, it's not in a good condition anymore because I got this new one instead, which I already cut my finger with, by the way. I'm also contemplating, because it has a smaller partner, I'm also contemplating to actually get rid of this one. Yeah, I should just do that because I also got a small version of this which replaces the orange one. Everything seems to be in the dishwasher actually, what I wanted to declutter. So, or where is it actually? I'm a bit confused. Oh, I found it. It was on the bottom of this pile. So I'm gonna declutter this. These are going. And then I also have these things. So these are my new bike lights. And there is also one back light for my bike. And then actually I'm going to declutter this one because it is so not trustworthy. It sometimes works, sometimes not. So let's see if it works now. Oh, it works now. Interesting. Of course, the one time when I want to demonstrate that it's not trustworthy and it doesn't work, it works. Ah! Oh, it's on now, but it's off. See? It's on and off. So yeah, that's why I'm decluttering it. This one is moving out. So let's talk statistics. How many items have moved in with me this year in total, and how many items did I finish / decluttered from my life in 2023? In January, 39 items moved in and 10 items moved out. In January, I was traveling and I bought a lot of new things when on my travels, so it does make complete sense. In February, 22 items moved in and 15 items moved out, so that was a bit more balanced. In March, 9 items moved in and 12 items moved out, so that was a month when I had a longer list of out than in. In April, 18 items moved in and 6 items moved out. In May, 11 items moved in and 9 items moved out, so that's quite balanced. In June, again a travel month, 23 items moved in and only 4 items moved out. In July, 25 items moved in and 7 items moved out. In August, 11 items moved in and 25 items moved out. So August was a decluttering month, and in August I think this was my best balance in the whole year, when only 11 items moved in, when I decluttered 25 or decluttered/finished 25. August was also the month when me and a friend of mine, we went to a flea market to sell clothes, our own old decluttered clothes. Also, I was selling some of my mom's old clothes and my brother's old clothes. And I don't remember if I told you at that time, but for me it didn't go very well, that sale. We had to pay together with my friend, I think together, yes, 20 euros to be able to sell, and then another, I don't know, 5 euros to rent table and chairs to be able to sit and have like a station where we sell. Of course, we halved the expenses. I think I just spent 12.5 euros just to be able to sell stuff, and at the end I made around 20 euros altogether. So if you minus my expenses, then I made only like 7.5 euros on that flea market. That was a bit disappointing, to be honest. Then in September we turned it around, because in September I had 25 items move in and 13 items move out. In October, which was another travel month when I was in Singapore, 34 items moved in, which is the second highest number. So in January when I was in Malaysia, 39 items moved in, and in October when I was in Singapore, 34 items moved in and 11 items moved out in October. Then in November, 22 items moved in and 5 items moved out, and in December, which was another decluttering month, 10 items moved in and 16 items moved out, which is not correct actually. This is not correct, because you could see from my list that I had more than 10 items move in. I had 20 plus items move in and I had 16 items move out. So that I did wrongly. It was a decluttering month and still my in was higher than my out. So in total, I had 259 new items moving with me. Approximately, because I might have missed to list a few things, and 133 items left my life in the year of 2023, which are clothes, finished skincare products, hygiene items, kitchen utensils, kitchen stuff mostly. I also decluttered some towels this year. My charger for my old laptop broke at some point, so I had to replace that. So that was an in and out at the same time. So a lot of these things were both ins and outs, replacements of things, or a newer upgraded version of a thing that I had before. So a lot of things were moving in and out, but the sum of the items that I had stayed the same when these in and out actions happened, if you know what I mean. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, so that was my in and out dance. I think this is quite interesting. I feel like I want to continue doing this and looking at these statistics next year and compare them, how my 2024 year of 2024 will compare to my 2023 year. I didn't do this before, so I cannot compare with last year when I had a no-buy, low-buy. I would have been actually curious to see if my out at that time was higher than my in, considering that I was not allowed to buy books, not allowed to buy clothes, not allowed to buy technology, and a lot of things I was not allowed, or I had a low-buy on last year, while this year I didn't restrict myself. I would be curious, but unfortunately I didn't follow the number of items. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I do sell sometimes some of the products that I declutter from my life because they are still in good condition, they still work, etc. And last year I have made around 60 euros, maybe a little bit over that. I don't remember exactly how much money I made at the flea market, but yeah, I just added 5 euros, but maybe it was a bit higher than that to my total from that. And otherwise, I'm not sure I documented everything that I sold this year, but I think I made around 60 euros, which I really would like to make more sales in 2024. I restarted my Vinted account. I can link it down below for you to also check out. Well, if you live in Austria, you can buy from me on Vinted. I also have Willhaben, so you can also try that if you live in Vienna only. because I don't do shipping on Willhaben or Facebook Marketplace, because there are too many scams related to shipping stuff. So I don't trust people, unfortunately, with this. So if we can meet in person, I can hand you over the thing, then that works. Or if you buy from me through Vinted, where I'm willing to ship, because Vinted is a kind of safe platform where you pay directly to Vinted and Vinted pays me, rather than, you know, we having to do an exchange outside of that and one of us having to rely on the other. Or yeah, I really would like to sell more next year, because I feel like 2023 was not a good year when it came to reselling stuff. I was just reselling my own old items or the things that I didn't need anymore. So finally, in this video, I just would like to show you my best and worst purchases of 2023. And I wanted to have like the top 5 best purchases and the top 5 worst purchases of the year, but I wrote a list of my good purchases and the list of my bad purchases, and they both have way more than 5 items on them. So my best purchases has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 items, and my worst purchases has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items. So I kind of wanted to take a closer look on these items and maybe show you some of them and why I consider them as good and bad purchases. So let's do that. I'm here at my wardrobe because most of my best and worst purchases have something to do with my wardrobe and my clothes this year. So one of the better purchases, or one of the good purchases, or one of the best purchases even, would have been this dress that I think it's really cute. I really love the color. I also like the material. I got this in Malaysia and it was around 40 to 45 euros if we convert from the Malaysian ringgit. And I got this in Uniqlo. And I really like this dress and I think it's flattering to me. I like the style of it. I like that it's so spring summery. I really enjoy this dress. This was also a pretty good purchase because this is a cardigan which is a cashmere. Is it cashmere or wool and cashmere blend or something like this? It's it's 65% wool and 30% nylon, which is a bit weird, and 5% cashmere. And I wore this a lot, especially during the summer season, because it's very versatile. And this was a second-hand purchase. Okay, actually most of my purchases are just not here. This was also one of the good purchases from the year. I wouldn't say it's the best purchase of the year, but I really like this color and the style of this and the versatility. Even though the color is quite bright, I can still wear it quite a lot in the summer season. And this was definitely one of my top purchases, best purchases. This Levi's 501 jeans. I have only one issue with it, is that you know the size. Levi's has different lengths for jeans, and this one is not my length because they didn't have that length in the store. I bought this in an outlet store, so it's a tiny bit short. Unfortunately, I would have preferred it in my proper length, which is 34, and this one is 32. But other than that, I really enjoy these jeans. I really like the wash of it. It's very versatile. I can combine it in many different ways. So this is definitely my top investments in 2023. And this was not a 2023 purchase, but one of the best things that I did in 2023 is to alter these pants, because these pants were originally full-length pants, but for me they were a bit too short, of course. And they had some, on the bottom it was a bit going out, and then there was a slit. So I just cut off the part where the slit was and I made it into a 3/4 length pants. Well, I was not the one who did this, it was a seamstress, and I think she did a good job, and I really enjoy now these pants as shorter pants. Let me bring here some other things which are my best purchases because they are not here clearly. This summer dress that I bought at a vintage kilo sale, and the idea behind this was to have it as an at-home dress, just to chill at home in it and, you know, just do housework and whatever that I'm doing at home in the summer in it. And it is good for that purpose. It is a linen dress, but only 45% linen actually, and 55% silk. So it's a very nice material. However, unfortunately, what I didn't notice at the time when I was buying it is that the back, and you can probably not see it, the lines where the material is sewed together in multiple places, but especially in the middle, it is starting to fall apart. So you can see through it. Not sure if I can demonstrate it. Yeah, but basically here, especially here, you can probably see it. There you can see little holes among the seaming, or among the seam, next to the seam directly here, but also there. So along all the seams, it started to decompose, or I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain it. So the seams are not tight enough, and because this dress is size 12 apparently, and I'm usually size 8 or 10, but somehow it is too small on my back probably as well, so me wearing it makes things worse, because then I'm moving in it, I'm doing things like packing, you know, stretching my shoulders and arms, and then I think it is making it worse. So I think it will probably at some point just tear in the back. So I'm gonna keep using it until it tears. It's not something that I could sell because of its quality, and I kind of regretted afterwards buying it because it wasn't cheap, because these kilo sales, these vintage kilo sales are actually quite expensive, like 55 euros for a kilogram of clothes. And I got a t-shirt, which I would say was one of my better purchases in 2023. Which is just a very simple fruit loop or fruit of the loom, very simple basic blue t-shirt. This I think was one of my best purchases because I can style it up in a way that I feel very confident in, and I feel very good wearing it. So I bought that. I bought this vintage dress, which is very cute. And I bought this at that vintage sale, which is a linen white shirt, which was brand new. And I paid around 50 euros for the 4 items. And I think that was a bit too pricey, especially considering that this dress is falling apart. Then another one, which is more on the worst purchases side, is this dress. This dress was about 35 euros, so I guess it wasn't super expensive. It is from a Malaysian designer. And I also got a jumpsuit from the same designer, which is not here. I put it away for the winter season. And the jumpsuit, I really like the jumpsuit. I think it's edgy, I think it's cool, I like the color of it. I really love wearing it, so it's one of my best purchases. However, this one, I think I made the mistake of listening to my friends who I was with when they said that I should buy it, because actually it's not really my style. These frills are just not really for my body shape. So overall, like, also the color is probably not the best for me. In Singapore, I was wearing this at a gala dinner, and then we made a photo with two other girls. And I really felt sloppy and kind of underdressed and very girlish compared to the other 2 ladies. And one of the other 2 ladies was actually 10 years younger than me, and I still felt that I'm less mature looking than her in this dress, because it's quite juvenile, and I think it's just not my style anymore. I'm now 33 years old, so I would like to dress more mature. I'm not saying that I would like to look like a grandma, which I can also do sometimes, yes. I embrace the grandma look. But this one was just, yeah, I didn't really enjoy wearing it at that event, and that was the only event that I wore it. I wore it to a date as well this year, where it was fine, I guess, but I kind of regret buying it because it's not my favorite. And a thing that I do really enjoy and I'm very happy with, although there is one thing which I really hate about it, which is how hard it is to button it up and unbutton it because the holes for the buttons are too tight. This is a Zara jacket which I got secondhand at a flea market, and I paid for this and this together 20 euros. I usually say that this was 5 and this was 15, but the reality is that the both of them together were 20, and I really enjoy both of them. I really like both of them. I need to learn how to style this one. Still, this is something that I'm still working on. I was looking for a jacket like this, in this kind of color scheme and with the belt and this in this style for a while now, and in the springtime when I was looking, the one that I really liked was like 200 euros, I think. So I of course didn't buy it because I was not ready to make that kind of investment. And I'm glad that I waited, because then I found this one for 15 euros at the flea market, and it's in a perfect condition. Another thing that I bought at the flea market, however, was this white Ghent t-shirt or shirt for 10 euros. And I regret buying this because even though it was only 10 euros, I just don't have a use for it. I just really don't wear white shirts. So I don't know when and where I'm ever going to wear this, if I ever am going to wear this. Maybe I will declutter it and try to resell it. The problem is I bought it for 10 euros, which I think was a bit pricey, so I will not be able to sell it for that, or ideally more, but at least for 10 euros. I'm not sure I could sell it for that, honestly. And then I also have one more best purchase of the year, which is my Trussardi black handbag, which is a vegan leather bag. So this is my Trussardi bag. I didn't know this brand before. I bought it in an outlet in Parndorf, close to Vienna. And I said that if this works out for me, if I like it, if I enjoy using it, then I will also buy a brown version. And by the time I went back to Parndorf, the store didn't exist anymore. I could probably still order. And Trussardi is actually kind of a designer brand, maybe on the lower side, you know, like cheaper designer, but they also have, of course, more pricey leather items, leather bags, then this is, of course, a cheap bag compared to probably most of their higher ticket items. But I still enjoy it a lot. I go use this all the time to go everywhere, really, when I don't need a big bag. So I also brought this to my travels, and I really enjoy using it and wearing it. So this was, I would say this was my best purchase of 2023. Well, at least when it comes to clothing. Let's talk shoes. Last year I purchased quite a few pairs of shoes. I got a pair of sandals, a pair of street sneakers, and a pair of boots as well. And I would say out of the three, my best purchase was the pair of boots. I got this also in Parndorf at the outlet. This is a Tamaris pair of shoe. I think my favorite brand when it comes to shoes is Tamaris. Tamaris is also an Italian brand, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to confirm that. And they also sell leather and non-leather varieties. This is vegan leather, and I found this in April, early April, so it was on sale, and I think it was around 60 euros when I bought it, and I love it. is just the best, honestly. And I'm very happy that it's vegan leather, because this year I decided not to buy leather shoes anymore. I mean, I already tried before. I also have a few, or most of my shoes are not leather anymore that I have been purchasing in the past years, but before I did buy leather. It's just so versatile, it looks quite neat, very easygoing, very easily combinable. I think it's also stylish, and hopefully it will last me for a long time, although now I just started to notice there is already maybe some damage on it. Maybe I just have to clean it. Another thing which I wanted to buy last year, which was on my list, like most of these things that I bought, the shoes and also the sandals, were on my list, on my wish list for a very long time before I could find something that worked. However, even though I really like wearing a pair of sneakers, a pair of white sneakers, which I haven't had a pair of white sneakers in a long time actually. So this year I really wanted to buy a pair, and I was looking for a certain look. I really wanted a pair of sneakers with kind of this vintage 90s front, which this one kind of has. This is also dirty and I need to clean it, but unfortunately the pair of sneakers that I ended up with are quite bad quality. I bought Puma shoes. I also got them in an outlet, and I got them for only like 42 euros, something like that. So that is a pretty good price. However, already after a few wears and after a few cleaning, because I was cleaning them with the toothbrush to make them look white, stay white, it already got damaged in here. I hope you can see it. It is already torn there, and it is, and also I just noticed that it's also torn here already, and it is less than 1 year old, and I haven't used it in the last few months, of course, because it was too cold for me to wear such an item. So this was actually one of the worst, or one of the bad purchases of 2023, and now I actually know what sneakers I would like to buy. I haven't picked yet which color combination exactly, but I would like to buy actually Reebok shoes, which are around 100 euros, or maybe I can get them on sale for 80. But I am hoping that they are better quality. I don't know, maybe you can help me with, if you have experience with Reebok shoes, if they are better quality than these cheap non-leather Puma shoes that I got. And then in here, under my bed, are the outside of season clothing that I put away. And in here I also have a few 2023 purchases which are among my worst, I would say, or maybe one, but at least there is one for sure. Not sure how will I find it. Okay, I just found this, or I just saw this and I wanted to show you. This was actually one of my better purchases of 2023 because it is a Nike like jumper jacket, I don't know, hoodie. Perfect for running, for example, but I also just wear it around the house. And I got this for 4 euros, second hand. It looks quite new. I'm a little bit unsure, but I have an inkling that this is a boy jacket actually, because the zipper is the other way around than I am used to as a woman, like the zipper here. So I think this is a boy-sized jumper, which is quite small, but it still fits me. And yeah, it was only 4 euros, so I think it was a good purchase, for at least for the price. Probably if I paid 40 euros for it, I wouldn't be so happy with it, but considering the price, it was a great purchase. Another good purchase that I had last year was this jumper, which is a vintage jumper, and I got it for 3 euros at a garage sale. And I really like it. It's cute, I think. This dress is very disappointing. This dress was a purchase from Malaysia last year, and it was almost 50 euros. So for 50 euros, I expect some good quality dresses. This is the brand Psychedelic. And I'm gonna show you what I don't like about it. I mean, it's cute, I like the color, it looks cute on me, you know, like it's nice and all, but the quality, once again, the quality. I'm just really unhappy with how it is made. Is it just me who thinks that this should not look like that? You know, like sloppy, as if it was not done properly. There are threads coming out. I don't know, it's just seems like not a good job, you know? And I don't know this brand. I don't know if this brand can be considered maybe fast fashion, but I feel like 50 euros for a dress is not fast fashion price anymore. It is highly more expensive. But yeah, I really don't like that here. It's like, it looks like unfinished, and it's just looks, if I take a closer look, it feels not well made, but maybe I'm just picky. Well, definitely one of my best purchases of 2023 was my MacBook, and also this laptop stand that it is sitting on, because now this is my look when I work, and this is great. I love that it's high up. Let me also show you some more utilitarian best purchases of 2023. Well, I have not cleaned this since the last time I used it this week, but the silicone oven mat was one of the better purchases of 2023. I got this at the beginning of the year and I use it all the time for everything instead of baking paper. And then I can just clean it off and go on with my life and reuse it again and again and again. On the same kind of note, I also purchased some silicone covers for bowls and cups that I can put my bowls and cups directly into the fridge with this on top, rather than putting it in another box with a lid and making it dirty. So these ones I have been using all the time since I have them, and they are very practical for me, and they are reusable, and they are replacing less sustainable versions of things with more sustainable versions which can be reused over and over again. And they are also cute colors. This was an investment, these tongs, because it's Lifehate, which is an expensive brand. So this was like 50 euros just for these tongs, but I use them all the time, and I love that I don't burn myself because I can just extend my arms with something that doesn't feel the heat. So I love this. And finally, I also really like my new lamp and my bed cover, which both are from this year, and they match style-wise. So this bed cover is from 2023 and the lamp is from 2023. I got it at a flea market, the lamp, but it's brand new. And I love it. I think they match perfectly. And this Babyliss curler would be my final worst purchase of 2023. This was a little bit over 50 euros, and it just doesn't work with my hair. I learned how to curl my hair. I curl it. I love the look. It's great. It stays though only for like 5 minutes and then it's gone. So my hair just doesn't take it. I use products to keep it, you know, like hairspray and stuff, but it's just so much work, electricity, a 50 euro item, and my hair is still not staying curly and nice and cute. I just want to look cute. So this product has caused me maybe more anxiety and stress and frustration than joy. So I consider it as one of my worst purchases. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope you got some insight on my in and out balance, my strategy around what to bring into my life and what to get rid of. And I'm hoping that you enjoy this series of 3 videos, which was to reflect on my year of 2023 and reset for 2024. So now I'm ready to tackle the new year and start my new tracking systems for all these things like budgeting, goals, and in and out balance. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'm hoping to see you at my next videos. Until then, goodbye.